Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. Jermaine here. We got another Sunday analysis review, or a Sunday market review. It's 10 p.m. right now, a little late, but it's going to be a quick one. Pretty straightforward this week. Starting off with the economic calendar. Monday, we don't have any news drivers, so I'm reducing my risk on Monday. Whenever there's a Monday with no medium or high impact news drivers, I'm expecting low probability conditions. So Tuesday, normal day in the market. Wednesday, I won't be trading the AM session because we had the Fed Chair Powell speaking, so he could come out and say anything and the markets can really inflict some heavy damage. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip out on the AM session on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm also not trading the AM session. Whenever there's a PM Fed Chair Powell speaking as well, I don't trade that either because the markets will kind of stall in the AM session as the market makers await, to see what Fed Chair Powell has to say. So Wednesday and Thursday, I'm not really touching the markets. It's really just Monday, Tuesday, and Friday are the days I'm trading. I think Tuesday and Friday are going to be the cleaner days for price action. And that's about it. So let's dive in here, starting off on the weekly chart. Okay, so ES on the right, we have this buy side here. This is the short term or nearest term draw for me. We retraded back up into this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. I want to see us take out this buy side and potentially reach up to this last up close candle, which is bearish order block, and then see how price trades at this level if we want to resume lower or continue pushing up higher and take out this high. But short-term draw on the weekly chart, I'm looking at these two levels here. Weekly chart on the dollar index on the right. Between these two candles here and here, there's a small little fair value gap in there, a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So that's my first near-term draw right there. And we also have a breaker, which is the high right here. High of this candle is what I'm annotating. So we have a low, a high, and a lower low. So this breaker here, I want to see us return into that. And I'm not really focused on how we trade there, but just for this week alone, I want to see lower prices on dollar and higher prices on ES, and we could see how we trade at these levels in the upcoming weeks. But for now, I just want to see us reach these levels here. All right, daily chart. We have buy side here, and we also have just above it this fair value gap, this SIBI. So those are my draw and liquidity that I have on my chart going into this week. We also have a breaker here, so we have a low, a high, and a lower low. So this last up close candle in between the two lows, we have a breaker there. And this is something I don't label often, but when it's there, it's really strong, which is this balanced price range. So we have this single pass down with this candle, trade down, and then this candle is a single pass up. So this range right there is one pass down, one pass up. So this is a balanced price range. If we do trade down below here, I want to see this act as support. And if we do trade to the breaker, I only want to see it trade just barely inside of it and then rally higher, but I want to see price respect this area right here and eventually trade up into these two levels. And you can see we taking out sell side. This was an objective a couple weeks ago. We're trading up here, and I mentioned that I wanted to see us reach down in here. Finally got that, and now you can see we're reversing, and I'm looking for buy side to be purged. Dollar index on the right, we have another breaker, a bearish breaker this time. So we have a high, a low, and a higher high. This last down close candle, I'm taking the low up to the close. I want to see that act as resistance. We got sell side here, a little bit of this fair value gap remaining. We didn't completely reprice to the low of it, but I'm focusing on this area right here. So I would like to see both of these sell side levels purged and then eventually reach down into this fair value gap right here. So once again, lower prices is what I want to see on dollar index, higher prices on ES. So the 4-hour chart, here's that daily breaker just shown on the 4-hour time frame, and there's really not much to see here. I mean, we've been pushing up the past couple of days. There's really not a lot of price action to break down. We have a lot of fair value gaps here, but I'm not really paying any attention to these or this one down here. These two have my interest because this fair value gap here is inside of this daily balanced price range, this area right here. So I'm monitoring this fair value gap because it's inside that that balanced price range on the daily time frame, and then I'm also watching this fair value gap here, which is at the high end of that daily breaker. So all of this price action here I'm kind of ignoring. I don't even want to see us trade down into here because that means we have to get through the balanced price range, completely disrespect the breaker. If we get all the way down here at that point, then I'm thinking we're coming down here for sell side. But I want to see this area right in here act as support and eventually reach for buy side here, and then that daily fair value gap above that buy side. On the right, 4-hour chart. So daily breaker inside of this large 4-hour down close candle, this fair value gap, this CIVI. Once again, not a lot of price action to break down. We also have a breaker here on the 4-hour time frame, so we have a high, a low, a higher high. So price could retrace back up into here, but if I'm being honest, I don't want to see that, because in order to get back up into this breaker, we have to completely reprice to the high of this fair value gap, which if I'm expecting heaviness and lower prices in dollar index, I don't really want to see us reprice all the way up here. I'd rather see us reach consequent encroachment, which is the midway point of this fair value gap, which is in close proximity to that daily bearish breaker. So I want to see price kind of reject this area here and then resume lower. If we even want to reach up in here, we may just sell off, reach this level midweek, and then see what kind of price action we get there. But that's kind of what I have on the 4-hour time frame. Diving into the hourly time frame, once again, not really a lot of price action, simply because we've been pushing up with very little retracement. But this fair value gap, I'm taking note of that. We have relative equal lows here, so that sell side with this down close candle, which is an order block inside of that balanced price range. So I'm watching to see if we take out this sell side here, trade to this order block, maybe reach down to that daily breaker and this fair value gap here. And we do have this fair value gap here, but I kind of want to see that left open. I don't want to see price get too far below this level here, this breaker. And then once again, buy side objectives and that fair value gap objective is what I'm reaching for this week. Right hand side, dollar index hourly chart, daily breaker, and we have buy side right here. So I would like to see price retrace a little bit, taking out buy side, also trading into this breaker, also trading into this fair value gap. These 3 consecutive up close candles, I want to see that act as resistance. I'll be watching that opening price in the mean threshold, the midpoint of all 3 consecutive candles, if we do retrace all the way up there. But if we take out buy side, trade into the breaker and start to reject lower, that's something that I would like to see take us into this sell side and that fair value gap on the daily time frame. So that's all I got for this week. Again, looking back on the calendar, it's a light trading week for me. Not trading Wednesday or Thursday and Monday. I'm reducing my risk simply because it's a Monday and we have no news drivers, so expecting kind of a lethargic market. And that's about it. That's all I have for this Sunday analysis review. Any trades that I take, I'll probably post one on YouTube, and the others I'll probably throw in the Discord. You can click the link in the description and check that out. It's free right now. Daily screenshots, market reviews, trade breakdowns, all those things are in there for free. Go check it out. But until next time, that's all I got for this one, and I'll catch you guys later.